Hey babes, welcome back to another video. So as you guys can see by the title, this will be a chit chat video. This is going to be my last chit chat video in my room. Yeah, it's a lot of emotions that's been going on as I've been talking about, because I'm moving from my hometown to another state. I've never moved far away from home before, but I am excited for this new journey. And I get a lot of questions all the time about, like, you know, why I'm moving and what made me want to make this move, how I'm feeling. You know, I get like a lot of questions about that. I get a lot of questions about that, and also people message me and say, oh my god, like, you inspire me, because I don't know, I want to move so bad too, but I'm kind of scared to make that leap. So, you know, definitely we're gonna chit chat about that. But before we get into this video, you guys, I do want to show you guys the fragrance that I will be wearing tonight. This perfume will be by Dossier, and if you guys aren't familiar with Dossier, they do sell affordable designer fragrances. They do sell inspired fragrances by Gucci, YSL, Tom Ford, Lancome, Valentino. Got so many different perfumes, and I fall in love every time I get a new scent, you guys. So the scent that I have that I will be wearing tonight is the powdery orange flower. When I get my scents, I slightly smell them, like I'll do a little spray and then determine which one I want to do first, which one I want to do second, third, and then so on. So I really like the smell of this, and I love powdery fragrances. I find that powdery fragrances, I don't know, it gives me like the smell of like a baby at the same time, mixed with whichever scent, basically. So this is an inspired fragrance by Valentino's Voce Viva, and like I said, you guys, this scent I only slightly sprayed it to determine which fragrance I wanted to do first as far as my scents. So I'm gonna completely spray this. And I knew it. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be another fragrance that I spray so much that I'm just gonna end up running out and needing again. Like, okay, so it has that powdery smell, like I said. And so the powdery smells especially, I definitely feel like they stay on longer. Literally, I have never ever in general not had a Dossier fragrance that didn't stay on long, but their powdery fragrances, the powdery, oh my gosh, that alone gives off a fresh scent. So it has a fresh scent, and then on top of that, it has that flowery smell, which meaning it's definitely a feminine smell. So you have that powdery smell, and then it's just that it's like a sensual feminine smell. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but it's just, it gives like a womanly smell, and I love womanly fragrances. I will always say that, like, I love feminine scents. With this fragrance, you can definitely spray it on if you're just like going out to eat, something casual, definitely on a night out. You could definitely do that too. Now I would say this is definitely giving like a night, more of like a casual night out, or anytime you're going out. This is a perfect fragrance for that. It's very subtle too, so I would say if you want to just wear this like on a regular day, if you just want to walk out, you don't have to spray as much. Me, I kind of go crazy with it because it smells so good. But I mean, do what you want. I just feel like do what you want with your scents. If you want to just spray this on when you get out the shower, if you just want to walk out just so you can smell really good, this scent won't let you down. And this bottle comes in a 50 milliliter bottle. 50 milliliters, you guys. So this is definitely gonna last you a long time. And like I said, I've never had a fragrance from Dossier that did not stick and stay on for long periods of time. I always get compliments on all of my smells, all of them, and you can even mix them. it's endless. It's so many things you can definitely do, but this is gonna be definitely one of my fragrances. And again, this is inspired by Valentino. So I'll have this information in the description box for you guys. Next thing about it is the price. So the regular retail price for this product is $105. And then when you go to Dossier, you get it for $29. Come on. It smells so good. So good. I'm telling you guys, please check out this fragrance. This smells so good. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna spray more when I put my clothes on. Like, I am in love with this smell. And you can also use my code Anaya5. Not only are you gonna get that discount from that retail price, you'll also get that discount from using my code. So definitely, again, make sure you use my code Anaya5 to get a discount on this fragrance. Now, you guys are pretty familiar with my makeup routine. Again, I really don't do much with, I don't do too much when it comes to my makeup. It's very natural, which is how I like it. And also, I don't like to, like I said, I love wearing makeup, but taking it off when it's time to take it off, it's just, and I love, like I said, I'm working, I just love my skin underneath. Like I enjoy no makeup. I honestly do. I love when it's on. I love putting it on. I love putting on lashes. I love putting on, I'm getting back into doing my lip liners. I love doing it, but I love taking care of my skin underneath. So I think that's more important than putting on makeup. Makeup all the time. But yeah, so let's just get into this video, you guys. So why I decided to make this big move. Okay, so you guys, the plan was always to move to another state. I've always had that plan. It was just all about making sure like I had everything situated. Like, I never once put myself in situations that I can't get out of. My mom has always taught me that. My dad taught me that. So I always want to make sure that I'm making the right decisions, if that makes sense. So it's 3 places that I had on my list. So Cali, when I visited Cali, I loved it. It was so nice. I was like, I could definitely see myself here. That was one of the places. And then went to New York. New York was so homey. It was just well, let me just say, Cali was very nice. I loved the people there. The people were very nice. It was such a vibe. I went out there for Rolling Loud, and it was just everything about it was nice. It was a vibe. Felt homey. New York also, it felt really homey as well. The people were nice. People always say people in New York are rude and the food is nasty. It was totally opposite. I loved New York. I did not want to come home. I didn't want to leave New York either. I feel like when you go somewhere and you don't want to leave, that's a sign you should look at. So yeah, New York was great. Loved it. And New York is not dirty everywhere. It's just certain places that are, but everywhere in New York is not dirty. So that's another food for thought too. And then also, so the third place was Dallas. So I went to Dallas. My best friend lives there. I went there for my birthday, my 28th birthday. I went there and I loved it there. Like, and I kept going. I kept going and kept going. And same there. I never wanted to go home. It was just, I loved it so much to do. So, and I just found myself being happy, like really, really genuinely happy. And also, since I am an influencer and I am a creator and I've been doing this for so long now, I just feel like with what I'm doing, where I'm at, this is not the place for me. Like, this is just not the place for me for what I want to do. And I love the food there. The people are great. The people are nice. The weather, so many opportunities. Oh my gosh. And then I can do more of my hobbies, yoga, cycle bar. I looked at this pole class I wanted to do. It's just so much to do and so much to explore. And I just feel like once you start traveling, you start seeing other places other than where you live, you just start to look at things different. And that's that's what I did. And the way I went off of this is a little bit being delusional, because at first I was like, I was just feeling like I was already moving there, not knowing like I was gonna have to find a new job, because I was a personal assistant at first, and I wasn't gonna be able to transfer that. But I already in my head, I was like, I'm moving, like I'm already here. Like that was just already in my head. But the way I was moving though, I was moving like I was moving there already. Like I was looking at apartments, and then once I looked at a couple apartments, I was flying out there to look at apartments, literally. And then when I found the apartment that I really wanted, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to look for a work from home job. And initially I was working from home anyway. Before I started being a personal assistant, I was working from home. So so work from home is something I love. I love working from home. I just, that's for me, okay? But I found a work from home job, secured it, did that, and I felt like, I didn't feel like I wasn't gonna get the job. I was just like, if it's meant for me, if this whole plan that I have, this whole plan that I've thought of and draw it out, if it's gonna go the way I know it's gonna go, then it's gonna happen. So basically that's what happened. I interviewed for the job and got the job, and I'm like, okay, this is meant to be. This is meant to be. It's supposed to be like this. So I just knew after that, I was like, okay, it's time to apply for the apartment. And I ended up getting the apartment, and it flowed the way it was supposed to. So I was just, it was me putting the work in, but like I said, I was already moving like I already had it, even though I didn't have it all together yet. But I knew the plan, and I knew I was maneuvering how I wanted it to happen, and it'll happen. And when they say you gotta have a certain level of delusion, I believe that. I believe you really do. You gotta believe that something is already yours before it's actually yours. And that's really how I've been moving for a while now, and it's been working for me, you know. As far as how I'm feeling, like I said, my emotions have been up and down. I have been crying a lot. Not because of the place, but it's just the people here. I really value every relationship in my life, every friendship. You know what I'm saying? Every relationship that I have in my life, I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate the people that love on me, like, you know, because I like to believe, or I know that the love that I give, I know that the people in my life give it back to me, like, you know. So me leaving and not being around these people, and I don't hang out with a lot of people. I have a very close tight circle. It's like my family, and then it's a handful, literally not even a handful of friends, and that's just how it is. And my life is peaceful that way. I don't need to have so many people around me in my environment. Like I'm nice to everyone. I'm so sweet, so kind, so nice, and that's what I really admire about myself, because, you know, as much stuff as I've been through, I'm still kind and sweet and generous and nice, like, you know, and it goes a long way. It really does. So I know what I put out, I know I get back, and I know I deserve that. So yeah, so it's just like, you know, just my emotions have been up and down, and, you know, I feel excited, but I feel like it's just a big transition. It's just a different transition. So I want to speak about this too, because you'll find that people in your hometown, not everyone, but a certain amount of people who are just so used to being surface leveled, people who don't think outside the box, which is fine. I've never been that type of person. Well, I just say I've learned to not try to make people change. I've learned how to accept people for who they are and where they're at, and how I maneuver is going to determine how my life goes with people. So a lot of times you'll find that it's always someone that's negative, or someone that's so small-minded and again doesn't think outside the box, and they're just at where they're at, and that's okay. Like, you stay over there, and I'm gonna continue to do me. You know, people say negative things like, okay, don't move back, or I've had someone who I no longer speak to because they're cut off, but they were cut off kind of anyway, but you know, still being cool. But the person called me weird because I didn't want to do something that they wanted me to do, and I'm just like, okay, well, now you can go. Like, now you can go, and that's fine. You could call me. First of all, I didn't call you any names, so let's not call each other names. It's not called for. And people, when people who feel like they still know you and don't know you anymore, like, and they still trying to, like, they still try to talk to you a certain way, or they think they can just do certain things that they used to do when they used to be around you, and it's just not like that no more anymore. I just, you have to go. If you can't respect where I'm at, then you need to go, because I respect people where they're at. It's fine. That's fine. And however I feel like it's gonna work for me, that's how this is gonna work. That's how this is gonna maneuver, because I have time to be trying to change people and their thoughts and all of that. If you just don't get it, you just don't get it. If your mind is not there, it's just not there. That's fine. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'm not gonna do that. I'm on such a different type of space right now where my mind is, and I'm trying to keep myself at peace and keep myself disciplined, and you know, keep myself going. I really don't have time for chaos. I don't have time for confusion. I don't have time for negativity. I don't have time for people trying to talk down to me, which you can't, because I'm not down there. I'm not gonna make time for it. Again, I feel like people should just accept people for where they're at. I'm sorry that you feel like that I feel like I'm better than you. Then that's on you. I just want better for myself, and I know that I'll have better. So yeah, I just really don't have time. Move however you decide to live your life. Live it for you. Move for you. Okay? And that's what I started to learn too. You can't base your life off anyone else. You have to do what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, people are going to do what makes them happy. So you have to do it for you. And if you see growth, if you see that this is going to make you better, don't listen. First of all, don't listen to your ego. Don't listen to other people, especially people who are not on that same headspace as you, people who don't want to congratulate you, support you, anything. People who say negative things, like how I said, some people are like, don't move back home. I'm not, and I know I'm not. How about that? People think you're like them, and that's just not the case. So yeah, there's that. There's that. Out of your comfort zone, literally. Like I said, my plan was always to move. I've never felt like I wanted to be here, ever. I've never felt like I wanted to be here. but you know, you do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. So I feel like when you have that opportunity, move away. The only way you're gonna grow, and that's with anything, I feel like the only way you're gonna grow and just elevate as a person, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to do things that are uncomfortable. And I've done a lot of things that have been uncomfortable for me. Even like just the way I move, like when it comes to people or stuff that I do with myself, more things that I do with myself that I haven't always done. I'm telling you, that uncomfortable feeling, it doesn't last forever. It doesn't. You just have to do it. Like I can't really give a blueprint on I can't really give a blueprint on like life. I would just say to you really just have to do it. Like when people that I'm inspired by, and I'm like, well, dang, how did they, like, what made them, like, they can tell you what made them do it, but honestly, you just really have to do it. That's basically it. Like, anything with life, like, life is gonna get uncomfortable, and anything that's uncomfortable, that means you need to do something about it. You really need to do something about it. So I can honestly say that's the answer. You're just really gonna have to do it. Like, if you're feeling uncomfortable right now in whatever space you're in, do something about it. Just do it. And don't to your ego, because that's another thing that I've been reading on too, like about your ego. And your ego is not your higher self, it's your lower self. And although we all have an ego, you have to learn how to not listen to that and listen to the voice that says do it, as opposed to that voice that says, oh, I don't have to do that, I'll do it tomorrow. Uncomfortable situation with someone or something, and then you go to that negative space. You choose to not go there, because your ego can be like, oh, well, I said well, I said, you know, just move peacefully, move calmly, think. And that's what I'm working on. I'm really like working on it. That's something that I'm still a master. And like, and it can make it harder too, because I'm a woman and I'm also an empath, so it can make it much harder. But it's really something that I'm working on, and I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself. I see how I move with certain situations and, you know, stuff like that. So I can definitely see the change. So guys, so I hope that you took something from this video. Like I said, if you are someone that wants to move away from your hometown, I would just say not everybody has a plan. Like I've seen things where people just go, like they just, you know, just go. Like my best friend, when she moved to Texas, she literally just left. Like, and you have situations like that. Like, even if you feel like you just want to go, if you just go, then just go. I'm not gonna be the one to say don't do that, because everyone has their own path, you know what I'm saying? But I know for me, I wanted to make sure that I had a plan, and I moved, like I said, I moved the way I moved. Even before I knew what was gonna happen, I didn't know. I was just moving as if I was already there. So whatever works for you, works for you. And I also want to give you guys one of my affirmations to use, because I can honestly say it works. You don't know, and I'm not gonna, this is because this is my own personal things, but when I started doing this affirmation every morning, I believe you do it for 30 days. I believe, no, 2 weeks. I'm gonna show you guys in a second, but I was saying this affirmation every morning, and literally it works. It literally does work. So when I tell you guys this affirmation, whoever decides to use this affirmation, use it. And if you're scared, because you know whatever you ask the universe for, it's gonna give it to you. Like when I first started reading it, I was so nervous because I feel like I'm a powerful person, and I know my words have power. Like I know my words have power. So when I read this, I was so nervous. I'm like, oh, but I'm just like, I know who I am. I know what type of person I am. I know what I give out. So I just did it. But let me show you guys the affirmation, and I want to share this with you so that when you use it, be intentional when you use it. I'm telling you, just be intentional when you're doing it. If you're not ready to do it, don't do it. If you don't have the right intentions, don't do it. But yeah, I'm gonna give you guys this affirmation to take with you. Write it down, rewind this video, write it down, and I wish you the best of luck with it, because it definitely worked for me, honestly. Down, I didn't have it memorized. I didn't have it memorized or anything, but I read this every day. Telling you guys, like, that's why I say you have to be intentional. Whatever you whatever it is you're trying to work for, strive for, whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be money. It could be anything going on in your life. Be intentional with this. So you say it 3 times every day for 21 days. I know I am open and ready for you to start conspiring in my favor to make my dreams come true. And I request for a clear sign in my reality to come to me today. I know I am open. I know I am ready. Now, again, you guys, I'm going to tell you guys, please be intentional. Please be intentional when you say this. Yeah, so like I said, I wish you the best of, you don't even have to tell me what happens once you don't have to tell me what happens during the process. You don't have to tell me what happens after. If you want to share with me, that is fine. Personally, I'm not gonna share mine because it's nothing bad, but it's just, I just seen the power of it, of what happens. And then when you're speaking this affirmation, you're speaking from your chakras, and when you're speaking from the I know, so that's the top. Like when you're saying I know, that's powerful. It's very powerful. So you're speaking from a powerful chakra. So that's why I said be intentional with how you're doing this. So again, rewind this, write it down, say it for 21 days. I'm telling you, it works. So yes, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure if you are new, you go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you're hitting your post notification bell so every time I post, you don't miss an update. Make sure you comment below, share if you really enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.